Yeah, the concrete truck's backing up now.
And even though we were hoping to actually have this poured on day 2, we're counting our blessings.
Despite months of detailed meetings, walkthroughs, and preparation, unforeseen problems threatened to derail their well-laid plans.
The week and a half deck that had 20 bosses on it. Oh, am I talking bad?
Stuff like this ain't cool, and this ain't right. I mean, you know, if you're gonna be in charge, we need to have some basic.
Well, I mean,
basic
what's the different styles of doing it?
No, but I mean, if you can't handle a 30-degree cut.
There were people saying 3 or 4 different things. Do it this way, do it that way, do it the way you want it.
What's hard to understand about this? If I was told...
I just told you 30 minutes ago, and these guys are doing your job. Why are you putting this off tomorrow? Why don't you put it off till the day after?
Okay, I will put it off. You know what? I'm going to pack my shit, man. You.
I've taken a bad situation and just made it worse. I don't know. I don't think I handled that very well.
The crew reevaluates their commitment, the tight deadlines, and each other.
We're going to try and stay out of everyone's hair as much as possible, and when the team calls us, we'll be available.
It sounded good. Pull together an all-star team of builders, suppliers, and subcontractors. Give ourselves 2 weeks to completely renovate a 1970-era California tract home. An ambitious but doable task.
Okay, turn on the lights. Where's the second crew?
Can we finish our project? Will the homeowners be happy?
Being surprised at what they deliver at the end of the project.
Will the rain stop pouring down? My name is Alan Satomer, the host of Rapid Remodel TV, and welcome to the Rapid Remodel Danville. Forget the big budgets. We are the real reality home makeover show. We're actual builders of the stars. This is our story.
All these changes, and none of it is going according to plan. We've planned this out and planned this out. This is months and months of preparation, careful due diligence, and nothing is going to plan.
We need 1 more week from now.
We need 1 more week.
So you're saying today's Tuesday, so next Tuesday. So we move the family
Next.
back in on Wednesday.
Next Wednesday is if things go well. But we do need more people.
When is rough framing over? I mean, we can't. I got a whole bunch of subs coming in, Terry, and you haven't communicated to me. If I got to reschedule these guys, I got to know now. We can't be doing rough framing on Friday, man. I got a flooring person showing up, expecting everyone to be cleared out.
No, I'm not looking forward to talking to the homeowner. Homeowners are supposed to move in on Sunday, man, and I have to reschedule. I mean, it's just not going to happen.
We're running over into the 3rd week of this project, and we've all got jobs back home, you know. So we have work starting to stack up.
And things are not going to plan. But things are not falling apart. We're making good progress. Enthusiasm is up. People are really working well together. But we're not on plan.
Well, but you can have it all cut and ready, right?
All right, this is the deal. The family is moving in a week from this Saturday.
Great, dude.
Okay, turn on the lights. Where's the second crew?
Are you listening? I don't want to rain on your pipe dream, pal. Yeah. Having it.
I mean, yeah. There's been a number of contractors who know what they're doing, you know, and everybody's opinion who's a contractor or even carpenter, whatever, is that you're 2 weeks out from this project.
We can't be. That ain't.
You can't and ain't all you want, but it's still going to be.
We can only do so much with the manpower that we have here.
And I mean, you can push all you want.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're only one crew here, dude. You push and push and push. We're gonna all done. You ain't gonna get all done.
Tensions are gonna rise. And there's gonna be some arguments and some screaming going on before this thing is over.
We obviously understaffed this, and I'm not going to be putting any fingers. Someone's got to be the big guy on there. But I was relying on some good advice. 5 carpenters was not enough to do this.
2 weeks ain't enough to do this. I don't give a how many people.
Listen, the premise of the show. Listen, let's not. The premise of the show is 2 weeks. Whatever it takes. So we have to throw 50 guys on it.
No, you don't get it. I don't care how many people you got here. 2 weeks to remodel, to gut and remodel and add on a whole house. Dude,
it is doable.
I had a feeling this was going to happen, you know, just with the pressure starting to build and everybody can feel it. And
listen, well, this is just turning into a pissy match. We got to wrap this up. You guys are all great. We were short-staffed, and the whole engineering issue was not anyone's fault. It's none of your fault. It was the engineer's fault. I don't want to turn it into anything negative, you know. But the issue is like we got to get it done. The homeowners are moving in. Or they move in tomorrow or whenever. We got to meet deadlines. We got to figure out how do we get it to happen. If we need more people, but I need to know.
some people are going to find out about themselves in ways they didn't want to hear about.
My name's Jeff. I'm here to size up this job, which I have heard is going to be fun. We're going to put this in the back of that truck and take it away and put a new one in here. The new I've heard quote is taller, more energy efficient, uses less energy to produce more cooling, and the new furnace uses less gas and less electricity to produce more heat, runs less minutes per hour while consuming all that less energy. There goes our line, but the main function is to carry the Freon.
You don't want to burn the house down. This is way too hot for TV, you better just get out of here.
Okay, so we're done with the heater, we're done with our Freon lines finally. We got everything brazed in, everything is soldered, welded, pressurized. The entire unit just needs gas and electricity, which I will be coming back to install. We'll fire up. Final touch right here. Top, nice fancy new Westinghouse. Gotta get the piece. Ready? Let's go. We're out of here. See you next time.
Hi, I'm Scott Anderson. We're with the Works Insulation, and we're going to install the insulation right here in this new floor. What we're using is CertainTeed, and it's an R value that is going to restrict the outside elements from the inside elements. So that's what it's going to do, is just stop everything right in its tracks. And what he's doing is laying it down so where it's just above the joist, so when you lay down the plywood, it's going to cover over the top of it and leave no dead airspace.
The crew scrambles to install subfloor insulation and plywood decking before the beam is delivered.
Nothing. Dude, I've never experienced anything like we're doing here, like with everything that's involved. I don't usually do TV, I only do movies.
Before we move the beam into place, we bolt wood along each side. When it is finally maneuvered into place, we'll have an easier job connecting to the existing ceiling joists.
We've got the Genie lift here. Genie lift's going to help us raise that big steel beam so we can set it in place. It's too heavy.
And even though we were hoping to actually have this poured on day 2, we're counting our blessings. So after a lot of delays, what we've got here is our finished concrete guys. We're actually laying concrete for our new patio and hot tub pad. This will be immediately adjoining the new addition.
The stamping is looking beautiful. It's a really nice pattern. This ashlar slate that was provided to us by Matt Crete is a really great stamp. It's kind of a combination of stone and brick. It's a real elegant look. Looking good. It's been a long time coming. I was hoping to see this 2 weeks ago, but you know, better late than never. We're optimists in this business.
Hi, I'm Sal Beretta. I'm with the Monty Plastering here, and I'm the big cheese.
He came in here, he got everybody lined out.
Hey, these are 3D!
That's my man right there, Sal. DeMonte Plastering pulled out another one.
We're hanging some sheetrock in the kitchen today, so the cabinet guy's supposed to be here to install some cabinets so we can keep everything rolling.
24, 12, and 22. Hey! Move that over that way, will you, a little bit? I'm taking care of business.
Yeah, we're screwing off the sheetrock. We have to get a screw inspection.
They'll just actually verify the spacing of the actual screws to make sure that it meets code.
Well, it's Tuesday morning and I showed up. They seem to have gotten a lot done the past few days. We're hoping to bring in the rest of the plants for the backyard, get it finished up hopefully today. There seems to be a few surprise planters that didn't show up on the plan. I have to do some refiguring, but I still think it'll be finished by Friday. There we have the backyard in the front yard.
Fitting that fence in here? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to plaster this in here with cement around all this old brick that's going to get covered, and I'm going to re-sheetrock this and make it all a level surface. It'll be two different materials, but it's all going to get covered with the hearth mantling the columns around the new cement thing. So we got to get ready for that. And if you got a 3/16 masonry bit, I could use one right now.
I'm smearing caulk. I'm getting caulk everywhere. That's what caused my first divorce. Can I wipe my caulk on you?
Punch me in the eye, look at that. This goes to the upstairs double sink in the master bathroom. We've got it connected up to the 2-inch drain line over here. And when I was down here earlier today, I connected it to the other side of this crawl space. And we've got about 1,000 people working on top of us upstairs, so if it starts to get a little noisy, we know why. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take measurements over here, make some cuts. I'm going to call up to my assistant upstairs, Richard, and he'll be cutting the pipes for me and handing them down. Now we've got to bring our next pipe down. Now this glue, it sets real fast, so once you put on the fitting and on the pipe, if you don't have it the right, twist it the right way, it's gonna dry like it's already dry right now. You can't pull it apart. That's where the trouble begins. Good job. Another job well done by Raph No Leaks.
Well, we're finally getting somewhere with the landscaping. If it doesn't rain again, we always seem to be dodging the rain on this project. But we're in this area right here, we finished our walls, so we've got a lawn that goes in here and we've got some shrubs. And we still got to work in a walkway coming off of the patio, the backyard patio, which got to come around the side yard here to the front. And then this area here is just really simple. It's just going to be some lawn and some plantings. It'll look real nice, but it's kind of like the play area for the kids. For instance, we've been working on the putting green for the last couple of days, and what that involves is bringing in a good 4 inches of base and compacting it down with a vibra plate. On top of that, we'll bring in 1 inch of crushed rock and compact that down real hard. Once that's the ready surface for the carpet, the putting green, the synthetic putting green that gets rolled out on top of that. So we've been, he's been bringing that in and compacting it, and we've got a little more rock to bring in, and we'll be done with that too. So what we're doing here in the front yard right now is we're continuing that retaining wall that we started in the backyard. It's snaking out to the front yard to contain this toe of the slope that we have over here. So you'll see the guys are digging a trench, compacting in the base rock. Again, there's no concrete footing for this wall. It's real easy to put up. It's just a trench with drain rock, compacted drain rock in it that sets the bottom course of the retaining wall. And then the subsequent blocks are held together by fiberglass pins, so it's a very strong wall. It will withstand a lot of pressure.
You know, if it wasn't for these laborers busting their butts every day, this project would come to a standstill. You know, they truly are kind of an underappreciated and undervalued commodity. But any serious builder always knows, you know, that you got to have good guys. And I think once you establish who's good, you know, you want to keep them. Because these guys are really the backbone of any successful build project.
Oh, it's going pretty good. We're doing all the underground right now. We're running power to the spa, at least the conduit. We're running a new switch to the pool light that was pretty well corroded. Matter of fact, where's the piece? This is the reason why we don't use metal EMT anymore or rigid conduit, because the rust will affect the wires and cause them to rust, and then the wire shorts. So now they have a new product, Schedule 80 Carlon plastic. Plastic will never rust. People out there in TV land, they'll never use EMT or rigid wire underground again. Bad news.
What Tony didn't know about were the electrical surprises inside the house.
Okay, we have all the rough electrical done for the kitchen, for all the lighting, and we're going to give them a test light up. Here we go. Ready?
Alright, we're going to party tonight.
Oh, fucking fuck. That's all bad.
Yeah, Mom. Good for 650.
Oh, it's 180 out.
No.
Murphy's Law ruled the day. Every time we got our hopes up, something, somewhere, was bound to go wrong.
The spreaders?
That's a bigger problem because not only is that in the wrong spot, but that's in the wrong spot.
And the web's
That's
in the wrong spot.
yeah. That,
you know what I mean?
And
the web.
and the stiffener's in the wrong spot.
The beam we ordered for the addition had a crucial piece wrong. A steel support bracket welded in the incorrect place would not bolt to the existing wall inside the house, where it absolutely needed to be.
I know you just got off the phone. Listen, we need you out here immediately. We cannot even think about waiting until Monday. I got 40 guys sitting around. We have to get this thing up today.
We needed to get a certified welder on site to modify the bracket to its proper location.
I mean, this puts us out of business if we don't get this thing rectified. This is just, we cannot not have this fixed.
Because we didn't catch the problem until we were ready to place the beam, our entire day's work was in jeopardy.
Comedy of errors, man. We could have used the extra 4 hours. It's been sitting here on our property for 4 or 5 hours, man. I mean, no one seems to be thinking any further ahead than 5 minutes. I mean, I'm counting on you and your expertise to make this goddamn thing happen for me, man. I mean, I know this isn't your fault, but it's like, it's our fault for not catching it until right before we put the thing up. Okay, so then what we got to do right now is pull the washers and the nuts off there, pull the wood.
Right. Well, let's do it. Okay. Let's me and you get on the beam, get that out of there, and we'll get on cutting that off.
In order to get the steel brackets fixed, we had to pull all the bolts and strip the wood, undoing the entire morning's work.
My name's Tony and I'm with Pleasanton Steel. Got to put a welded bracket onto a steel beam.
It's difficult to go backwards on any project, especially on a task this big. But to everyone's credit, they didn't whine. They just rolled up their sleeves and got the job done. When the welder showed up, everything was prepared and he was able to complete his job quickly. The guys came through in flying colors. The welder made his modifications, and by not giving up, the crew rescued what could have been a completely wasted day.
I'm really impressed with all you guys. You know, you didn't come in here as project managers, but you've ended up kind of taking a lot of lead and taking more responsibility than you really should have. And I know more than you were certainly expecting to. And Brian, you know, you've basically taken over as lead carpenter here. And I really appreciate it, man. I know it's a little stressful, but you're handling it well. And
It's nothing new to me, man. It's team effort, man. Like this is normal stuff, and the only thing that's different about this is that it is a TV show, and there's a lot of guys that haven't worked together that are now working together.
End of the week, man. Let's get down here in the middle. Let's do this. Come on, you guys. We can do this. Come on. All right.
Rapid Remodel on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Rapid Remodel!
Whoa!
Let's go drink. Yeah.
A lot of times, especially when you have a group like this, you have a lot of expertise, and once in a while you'll have overlap. At our age, we found that pretty much when people know what they're talking about and they're moving ahead, we're trying to help each other as much as possible. And as far as conflict Personally, I haven't really encountered anything on this project or in past projects. I think what might happen with a crew that's been together for a long time, you'll establish some bickering here and there, but I haven't seen that bickering here yet. As a rule, when you're doing a project, of course you're always going to end up having some issues with communication and, of course, the bottom line. A lot of times the project, in fact the majority of the time, the project will change on you, and those changes have to be addressed in an orderly fashion, but moreover in a monetarily fashion, because once you start changing things, sometimes there's some backwards work, and that just takes time to rebuild things.
This is my method of guaranteeing that I will be paid in full for the amount of monies that were promised. Right?
If I'm clear on this, you guys are basically saying that you want to be paid in advance for the labor that we haven't actually done yet.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And I'm not comfortable with that.
We have got to be further along. You know, we cannot be doing rough framing Thursday and Friday. And if it's not done by tomorrow, we are screwed.
This is not installed cabinetry. It's not what I call finished. Sitting in the living room.
So I just got, my patience ran out also, so I didn't even show up this weekend because as it is, I knew they weren't going to be ready. They're just running behind schedule.
Les, this is Alan. We need to talk to you immediately. And you know, Les, really I need you down here. We got a build going on. I got a family moving back in 5 days. I can never reach you.
Unfortunately, cabinet guys have this habit of thinking that everybody else has to be done before they can get in there. So, you know, sometimes you need light a little fire under somebody.
You're holding this entire project up!
You know, there's a lot of hard decisions that have to be made, and a lot of times, you know, it's not about making friends.
Everybody's moving slow.
Get that camera out of my face! Now!
And that's all I've got to say about that.
It's good to be the boss.
It's good to be the boss.
Nice.
Top speed, literally. People are just shuffling, dragging.
There's nothing more I like than a refreshing dip in the pool. Here we go! You ready? Whee!
You're fired, you
You enjoy doing that way too much.